Welcome to SMF Street, stockmarketpending.com, home to Main Street, SMF Street Traders. Production U.S. crude oil refinery inputs average 15 million BPD during the week ending August 13th. 172,000 BPD above the previous week's average. Refineries operated at 90.0% of their operable capacity last week. Gasoline production increased last week, averaging 9.5 million BPD. Distilled fuel production decreased last week, averaging 4.2. Imports, U.S. crude oil imports averaged 9.6 million, up by 120,000 BPD from the previous week. Sounds like people want to use oil. Anyways, like they always do. Over the last 4 weeks, crude oil imports have averaged 9.9 million BPD. That's 707,000 ppd above the same 4-week period last year. So we're increasing. That's including both finished gasoline and gasoline blended components. Last week averaged that 1.1 million BPD. So it's always important to know where your inventories are. At 354.2 million barrels, U.S. crude oil inventories are above the upper limit of the average range for this time of year. Total motor gasoline inventories remain virtually unchanged last week and are above the upper limit of the average range. So we can kind of see what's going on here. Here's your propane. Inventories increased by 2.4 million barrels last week. Demand. Over the last 4 weeks, motor gasoline demand has averaged 9.5 million BPD, up by 3.5% from the same period last year. Very important to understand that. The actual average 3.5 million BPD over the last 4 weeks, up by 5.8% from the same period last year. So basically the way that we see it is that there is some consumption going on there. And another thing, if there's any disruption out of the Middle East, well, you're going to see a lot higher prices in that area. These numbers will change. So once again, it's the petroleum data for the week ending August 13th.